Hey everybody, this is just a quick tutorial on how I assemble my fishing rod for lake fishing with bait and sinkers. So first thing, we're going to set up that rod. We're going to put all the pieces that we have together, interlink. There's 4 parts to this rod, so you should interlink all of them until they all match up. Now's a good time to say that this is an eagle claw rod. I use them all the time. My grandmother, and father all worked at the Eagle Claw factory at some point in my life. So not only do I get great discounts, I just think they're amazing rods. But yeah, the first thing we're gonna do here is get some string out. The important thing with these open cast reels is that you want to make sure it's following this little eye loop, or this circle loop, I guess. You're gonna open it, pull out some of the line that you have, and then you're going to close it, and again, make sure it's on that lock, or that loop, because if not, it's going to spiral, tangle, it's just going to get messy. It's just going to rat's nest. It's not going to be good for anybody. But yeah, so what we're going to do is just take our line, run it through each of the eye holes on our pole. A little close up to show you there. But once we're done with that, we're going to string all the way through, and we're going to pull out, I'd say, a foot, maybe 2 feet of line. And here comes the knotting. So we're going to make a loop, pinch it. You see the loop? We're going to lay that flat on itself, fold it into itself, and it's going to make 2 more loops. And it's going to have this little tail at the end. We're going to tuck that tail into the eye hole of those loops and pull it tight. And this is our, I guess you could call it a knot or a loop or whatever. But if you didn't catch that one, don't worry. There's 3 loops that we have to do. It's going to set up for a sinker and 2 hooks. So as you can see, I pull about 8 to 12 inches away from that last hook, or that last loop, and make another one. Pinch, grab it, fold it into itself, take the tail, tuck it into the loop, pull it out, nice and snug. But yeah, so just one more. 8 to 12 inches, you know the whole gist. As I was saying before, these are Eagle Claw. They are a Denver exported, I guess would be the term, tackle, fishing tackle. And it's 5 minutes down the road from my house, so obviously I'm going to use this stuff. Whatever you prefer is whatever you prefer, but it's never let me down, I'll tell you that much. So now that we have our 3 loops, we're going to want to add our tackle to it, our hooks. These are Snell hooks, size 8. And then we're also going to use these Snell hooks, but these are for chunk or live bait, also a size 8. And then I'm just going to get one of each of these out of the package and show you the kind of size difference in comparison. These are both size 8s, remember, but this is just a regular Snell. And then this one in my right hand is going to be a chunk bait. And you could just see it kind of loops around. It's bigger. It's going to be made for holding something like a worm. Okay, now in my left hand is going to be the fishing line that we just had. In my right is the hook. So we're going to put our fishing line through the loop of the hook, grab the hook, and put the hook through the loop of the fishing line. I kind of did it off camera here, but it's okay because we were doing 2, remember. Again, this is the hook, and then in my left hand is going to be the fishing line. So we're going to put the fishing line through the hook loop. We're going to grab the actual hook and put it through the fishing line loop, just like that. And then we're going to pull it tight. And I'm going to show you here up close how you can see they're kind of intertwined, and they're going to make a little knot. And you pull that snug, and it's going to stay like that, nice and tight. Preference for Snell or chunk bait or whatever you're using hook-wise doesn't matter, top or bottom. But we're going to grab some of these sinkers. These are just ones I grabbed from the store in a pinch. But we're going to do the same thing. Fishing line through the loop. And then we're going to grab the hook, well now, this case, the sinker, and put it through the fishing line loop. Okay? We're going to pull it all the way out, make sure it's snug, and tighten it down there. Yep, and then we're just going to do a little reset right here. But as you can see, we have everything we need. So, once again, there's the sinker at the top of your line. And then we're going to go down to our first hook, and then keep going down to the bottom of your line where you have a second hook. And just like that, you're all set to go fishing.